a measure by which we are judged. Gandhiji saw India as an inclusive nation where every section of our population lived in equality and enjoyed equal opportunity. He saw India as a country which would celebrate and constantly strengthen its vibrant diversity and commitment to pluralism. Gandhiji wanted our people to move forward unitedly in ever-waning thought and action, and most of all, he did not want us to convert the celebration of his life and message into a mere ritual. Gandhiji taught us to be morally innovative. If India leads in moral innovation, all other forms of creativity which we have in abundance would automatically fulfill the talisman that Gandhiji gave us, namely wiping every drop of tear from each eye. When I paid my homage to Mahatma Gandhi by pressing La Sutranti, I read the rare hymn composed by him in honor of Dadri, the poor of God. It reads, Lord of humility, dwelling in the little pariah heart, help us to search for Thee throughout that fair and watered by Ganges, Brahmaputra and Jamuna. Give us receptiveness, give us the open-heartedness, give us thy humility, give us thy ability and willingness to identify ourselves with the message of India. O God, who does help only when man feels utterly humble, grant that we may not be isolated from the people we would serve as servants and friends. Let us be embodiments of self-sacrifice, embodiments of godliness, humility personified, that we may know the land better and love it more. I say, each and every Indian should meditate upon its meaning and significance. The real essence of Gandhiji's legacy and its continuing resonance lies in its injunction to us that all our actions must keep in mind the last person. The last person in India is often a woman, a Jodi, or an Adivasi. We must constantly ask ourselves, do our actions have meaning for them? It is this destiny that Pandit Nehru spoke of was these obligations. We must empower the poorest of the poor. Everyone must act as trustees of collective welfare and wealth. This ends up being human without trust of each other. The damage we see to the environment all around us reminds us of the need of a trusted system. Every day we see unprecedented violence all around us. At the heart of this violence is darkness, fear, and mistrust. While we invent new modes of combating this ever-spiraling violence, we must not forget the power of non-violence, dialogue, and reason. Ahimsa is not a negative force. It is not just non-injury. Ahimsa is the moral possibility which can dispel the darkness and make us aglow with light. Gurudev Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi were bearers of this light, and that light must continue to guide us. Those who abide in truth, those who are devotees of truth and God or Satyanarayan, do not take lives of others but sacrifice their own. Gandhiji gave us an object lesson of Ahimsa by taking the assassin's bullet with the name of Rama and his name. We must free our public discourse of all forms of violence, physical as well as verbal. Only a non-violent society can ensure the participation of all sections of the people, especially the marginalized and the dispossessed in our democratic process. The real dirt of India lies not in our streets, but in our mind and in our unwillingness to let go of views that divide society into them and us, pure and impure. We must make a success of the laudable and welcome such Bharat mission. However, this also must be seen as just the beginning of a much larger and intense effort of cleansing mind and fulfill Gandhiji's vision in all its aspects. Gandhiji would tell us, and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar would agree with him, that so long as untouchability persists, so long as dehumanizing practice of carrying nightfall persists, we cannot have the Swachh Bharat. Gandhiji insisted on the dignity of all human labor and expressed his desire to be a scavenger. We must remember that Gandhiji wished to be a scavenger of our hearts as much as of our villages. Gandhiji enunciated some of the finest principles of the democratic life that should at all times regulate relations of citizens and their government. He said, and I quote, "The highest form of freedom comes with the greatest measures of discipline and humility." Freedom that comes from discipline and humility cannot be denied. Unbridled license to sign is a sign of vulgarity, injurious alike to self and one's neighbors. Unquote. Gandhiji wrote to Gurudev Tagore, I quote again, "I do not want my house to be all sides and my windows to be starred. I want the culture of all lands to be blown about my house as freely as possible. But I refuse to be blown off my feet by any." Unquote. Sabarmati Ashram was such a place in his day. Only those who are confident of their convictions, secure in their faith, and rooted in their culture can hope to live in an open house and open society. If we close ourselves in, seek to be immune from other influences, it shows that we are prepared to live in a house that is devoid of fresh breeze. Hridayikams, lessons to us in contemporary India is that we must build an open society, ever ready to engage with diverse ideas taught on equal terms. Friends, distinguished guests, Gandhiji was an advocate of knowledge without barriers. Gandhiji's life should be understood as a whole, not piecemeal, and certainly not fragmented. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru allotted us a few years after Gandhiji's demise, and I quote, "A few generations grows up to whom he is almost a name, a great name to be revered, but nevertheless a name. Within a few more years, there will not be many left who have come in personal contact with him and had experience of that vivid